And now you all out here talking about I'm female rap, fucking female rapper. You don't got enough fucking sex appeal, so female rap. I hate you, fat Lizzo. Because I know the white gays got in your head and was like, yeah, steal cupcakes thing. And now you out here just riding on this black just energy, trying to act like body positivity. You bitch, you're bald and you're fat.
I told y'all to keep an eye on people who think they can use their beliefs to cause harm to others, right? Well, AzeliaBanks has some words. Let's get into it. This fool had the nerve to post, and ironically, dead at 32, exactly on my 32nd birthday, May 31st, 2023 in Miami, Florida. You ends are going to learn to stop effing with me. Girl, if you think somebody's death had virtually anything to do with you, you got a real problem. What entity do she really believe caused somebody else's demise on her behalf? Like, for real. Like, who is worth praying to that would take a mother from a 10-month-old, from 3 children, and she thinks she did it because somebody told some jokes about her on a show where you tell jokes about people?
Now, with all of that being said, do you see how AzeliaBanks goes for the jugular? Now, this is the same innocent person who is calling Jacky's death karma, whether it's real or perceived, for something she says DcYungFly did to her. But then this is the woman who throws the boulders and runs away because they're not rocks any longer. You know, and she was so aggrieved and hurt and now feels vindicated because of something that was done to her. And you always find that the savvy, witty ones are the ones who are self-destructive. You know, AzeliaBanks should really focus on her craft, but her many personalities may not allow her to. I don't believe they will. Listen, after watching AzeliaBanks for, quite some time, I have come to the conclusion that she is very much attracted to chaos and confusion and would much rather put herself out there for the shock value that it gives over being perceived as mentally well. She doesn't care. And I do believe that what she said about Jacky was very distasteful. AzeliaBanks is an antagonist. She is a troublemaker. What did Jacky do to her? She did her absolutely nothing. But I guess surfing the internet and having a lot of time on her hands, she was just looking for another target. She was just looking for another person to latch on to with her venom. Listen, sometimes self-hatred and self-loathing is projected onto the unsuspecting. And AzeliaBanks always seeks targets to direct her vitriol. This is who she is. Her pungent personality is off for some. I believe she has a lot of internal struggles that she needs to address with the professional. And by the way, who knew she was only 32? I mean, I'm not pointing that out to speak on her age because she looks young, but she's been around for a long time because she says so many things. And I mean, there are so many videos out there with AzeliaBanks coming for people and insulting people and being very, brutish and demeaning, that I thought she was way older. Now, mind you, this was the segment, How Petty, and she sought him out in the crowd, and he was begging her to leave him alone because she roasted him, and everybody was laughing. It was so funny. Not until the tables were turned and he had to, come back at her, and then the injustice that was meted out against this poor, fragile person, AzeliaBanks. Girl, go take several seats. You're taking credit for something that happened to someone that resulted in their death. I mean, this is demented. And I know you're a witch. Girl, does this witch thing only work one way? Because you should be able to also invoke happiness. You should also be able to do those things. There should also be positives that would benefit you, that would serve you. It shouldn't only be, tapped into when you want to get back at someone. I mean, that makes no sense to me. This is so comical. I mean, these witches and those who invoke their ancestors. I mean, it is unbelievable that you would want to go interrupt these people's eternal rest. To go for them to avenge someone or one of the many people, the many hated, disliked people on your petty list. How caring. What a great way to show love. I've said this before and I'll repeat. I do believe people who grasp at these things that are abstract and hold no real importance are metaphysically disconnected. They're still searching for their purpose. And that is why they just grasp at the insignificant. Listen, if I were my ancestors, I would make an example of one person. So anytime anyone thinks that they could interrupt my peace, disturb my peace, bother me, and try to invoke my presence to deal with some frivolous bullish, I would ensure that the lesson would leave such an indelible print that every time you form your mouth to say ancestors, you would think twice. You are not that important. And it seems to me that witches lack foresight. Because if you are a good witch, you would be able to see, look into that saucer, that plate or whatever. You would be able to see that someone would come for you if you come for them. If you dish insults, you'll get it right back. So how are you unable to see these things? And how are you unable to mend relationships and to form sustainable relationships? Because these witches have the most broken relationships. They're always fighting with someone. I would believe that with your witch power, you would be able to invoke happiness. You'll be able to resolve controversy, and you would be able to invite positive energy and everything positive into your space. If that is not what is happening, well, then you're a freaking witch that was created in a sweatshop. You know what I mean, right? So with that being said, a mass-produced witch really does lack substance and does not take precedence over anyone or anything. I'm done with her. Anyway, as usual, let's continue this conversation down in the comment section. Please like and subscribe to my channel.
I said what I said.
And I do hope that all is well and that your day is going as planned. As always, stay safe and be self-aware, and subscribe for more snippets of wisdom and real talk. See you in the next video.